Alright, come on in. Hit the like button, think about subscribing if you're ready. You're new here, welcome to the channel, but most importantly, welcome to the Berserker family. So this is my personal opinion / review for the 2025 sci-fi thriller called 40 Acres. Here's the plot. Surviving on an isolated farm after a series of plagues and wars, a former soldier and her family make one last stand against a vicious militia that wants to take their land. Now here's some of the cast. It was definitely an interesting film with a very satisfying story. The build-up was good at the beginning with giving us depth of looking at how this family does things day by day. The sound design of the static noise mixed into the score at certain times was really creative, just added to the atmosphere. This is labeled as a thriller, but it had a bunch of mixture of themes, even straight up horror vibes. But the flow of the film felt very smooth, even after the pacing started to speed up. Later on, with the thriller and horror aspects kicked in. It definitely got very graphic later on, to the point it made me feel very nauseous. They definitely went all in on the props and the makeup designs. From the trailer, I kind of expected something along those lines, to be honest. But it was really good that they can make you feel like that. They really did a really good job. They kind of look juicy. The atmosphere and the set designs really set all that in, and then this grittiness of the apocalypse world. Also, I loved how much of this was actually shot at actual places, including different parts of forests. Not a full-on paced thriller, and not necessarily anything new apocalypse-wise, but a very well-written story with great acting and definitely a very passionate director. Here is my rating. I'll come up with my final thoughts. I definitely recommend this film. It was very refreshing when it came to not going with the any CGI. One of the main reasons I love checking out small budget films like these. Small budget project films, you know, they're not always the best quality, and sometimes when or a lot of time when they use CGI, it's not great. So in general, I prefer that they don't use much CGI or any at all. But I know that comes down to budget, and when they do CGI in these type of films, they tend to not be the best, and they can be iffy between doable to really horrific. But yeah, I didn't see, as far as I could tell, any CGI. But again, not technically anything new around the plot, but still a good watch. Highly recommend it. But do leave your thoughts down below. I know that apocalypse movies are getting, or have gotten strongly overused at this point. I think this is more basic to it, not something like zombies or something. But you know, it's more realistic, honestly, technically. So I have respect for that. But it's also just, again, nothing really new technically. Because I think they've done everything possible, just milk the whole out of the category of apocalypse. So we'll you know, hopefully in the future, Hollywood or these small project companies do, and producers and writers and directors, etc., maybe come up with something, a whole brand new idea that will surprise us in the future. I don't know. It is what it is at this point, but it's like I have to learn to appreciate stuff like this specific film where they do the whole scene with CGI, without CGI, and do a whole lot of with actual practical effects and stuff, and then they're realistic looking. So I honestly don't know where it's going with it now. It losses my brain, but it's something to check out. That's what I guess I should be saying, but. In the meantime, remember, I love you all. Please stay safe. Spread the love most importantly. Skull.